You ever just sit down sometimes and be like, damn man, I feel fucking lonely. Or damn, like, I wish I had someone to talk to. And it's fucking gay or cringy, as cringy or as fucking weird as that may sound, like, I don't know, I feel like it's something I just been going through recently. I'm at that time period of my life where, everyone in my age is either really busy with their own personal life, or it's just we're at two different stages of life where we have different interests, and I don't really align with what they're doing. So in that sense, I don't like to partake in what they're doing. So I'm really, just focused on myself, doing my own thing. And it kind of gets lonely because you're just doing your own thing. You don't want to be a part of other people's shit. So then when you go through different things, you experience different things, you go through, let's say you have a good day or a bad day, whatever. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, bro, I wish I could just share this shit with someone. Like, this shit gets rugged, bro. Like, this should be getting rugged. Sometimes, man, it's like, I come to my room and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what did it, like, shit, bro. It's like, what happened after all these years? It's like the older you get, the smaller your circle gets type shit. It's so weird. Like, it really is true. As I get older, I have less and less friends. And, as we were growing up, it was a contest for popularity, The more friends you had, the cooler you were perceived as. And that was kind of like the cool status, You tell people, I have this amount of friends, or I know these guys. That was what your status was. But as I'm getting older, I feel like it's so unimportant to have so many friends, especially if they're not contributing to your life. Having 5 solid friends can make a huge difference, because even if you have 2 friends, they can make a whole difference. They can be your support system. But even then, sometimes I be having of course I have friends. I'm not saying I'm a fucking loser and I have no friends, but sometimes even if you do have your circle, you're tight knit, at the end of the day, it's like, you're not physically alone, but you feel lonely at times. Like, they don't necessarily understand where I'm coming from, what I'm feeling. So in that sense, I can't really talk to people about certain things. And it's just odd. Like, sometimes I really be having a fucking shitty day, and I'm like, fuck, bro. Like they'll never be able to understand where I'm coming from. There's 2 different headspaces, 2 different mindsets. As much as I love my friends, they love me. And we try to help each other. Certain things that you just cannot really speak about. I don't know if I'm just weird like that, but there's just certain things I can't speak to certain people about. It's because they just won't necessarily understand, or I don't know, like, I don't even know how to put it into words. But even in that sense, it's like, I feel like we have this tendency of always feeling alone because we're looking for the ideal person on the exterior surface, You go looking for the right fucking girlfriend, looking for the perfect girlfriend, so you can feel whole and not feel alone. So you can have that girlfriend to vent to, or that best friend, that perfect best friend. You can go and find a best friend to vent to. They have all the qualities you're looking for. So that's when you feel them. You're like, oh, when I get that girlfriend, I get that best friend, that's gonna be fine. The missing piece of the puzzle you have right here, man, that's where your heart is supposed to be. That missing piece, like, it's gonna be filled. So now I can say this, do that. I could finally let loose. But like, one thing I realized, that shit's never gonna happen. And if it does, it's just temporary, because, once again, it's out of insecurity. No person can make you whole. That's one thing I fucking realized, and it's kind of sad to say. But like, the beauty of it is that you're the only person that can make you whole. So that's also the kind of plus side I realized about being lonely is, you can't really expect or look exteriorly for other people to fill in that void and be that perfect person. One thing I realized, as cringe as it may sound, you have to become the ideal person that you're looking for. That person to fill that void, the emptiness, whatever it is that you're looking to fill. So let's say you're feeling a sense of emptiness because you don't feel loved. You want to feel love or appreciation from a partner. But you need to have that shit coming from yourself, man. Same thing for a friendship, whatever. You want someone to talk to, vent to, where you're like, I'm gonna go do this, that, whatever it is, man. You can never feel whole if you're depending on another person. And that's something I realized, just focusing on yourself kind of isolates you from other people so much that you learn to appreciate yourself. It's like they say, just kind of beauty to the struggle. And it's kind of weird. Like, I really just be sitting alone with myself. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, man. I wish I had some fucking, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be like, yo, I wish I had a little, you know, I had a girl here right now. I wish I had my boys here. But that's not always the case. So you could do two things. You can either cry about that shit, complain, wallow, sit in it, your thoughts and your sorrows all the time. Nothing's gonna change. Or you could just say, fuck it, and learn to appreciate that person that you're sitting with, that person you spend the most time with, the person that's worth the most, which is yourself, you fucking dummy. Like, that person right there, you right there, you stupid fuck. You're the most important person in your life. So stop trying to find that shit, you know, from within other people. Sometimes I just be sitting down with myself and like, you know, I make myself laugh. As weird as I may sound, like, it's not like I have voices like I'm talking like, yo, Larry, did you hear that? Haha, chill, bro. He said, nah, I'm not fucking schizophrenic. That's not what I'm saying, but, you know, it's like I enjoy my own company. Sometimes I'll be thinking about some funny ass shit. I'll be laughing. People look at me like, yo. Or, you know, I'll just be appreciating myself, you know. Sometimes I say I want to talk or vent to my friend or whatever it is, the circumstance. You know, I picked up different habits, you know, where it gives me the opportunity to express myself and feel that you know, it gives you the opportunity to vent and empty yourself out. But you're doing it to yourself, so that could be whatever, you know. Sometimes I just talk. Just like these videos, for me, it's a form of expressing myself. I'm just letting everything out. I'm just putting it out there, you know. This is my form of expression. I do this with voice memos, the videos, it can be journaling, whatever the hell you want, man. But you have to find a way to express yourself, to let things go, and find that openness within yourself. I'm not trying to get all fucking deep, bro, but you know, it's true. Like, I became the person that I was looking for exteriorly in that sense. So I'm not a perfect fucking symbiote human being, robot. Like, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but you know, but I'm not the perfect human. That's not the fuck I'm saying. But you know, one thing I've learned is that I'm trying to get step by step, filling that void, you know, that emptiness I'm trying to find exteriorly, and become that. So I learned to appreciate my own time, my own passion, my own, what the fuck did I just say? Let me retake that. I said I learned to appreciate my presence, you know, my time, my own features, everything about myself. I learned to appreciate these things more because that's the person I spent the most time with, myself. You know, things that I would previously think are cringe as fuck, I started doing that because I approached it with an open mind, and it actually does help me. You know, back in the day, I would think people tell me to go fucking do gratitude journaling or some shit like that. Like, today I had a lovely day. I'm so grateful for the birds in the skies. I'm so this. Bro, I'm not saying to do all this kind of shit, but just that simple fact to sit down and appreciate the simple things we have in life, you appreciate everything so much more. And that makes life so much more enjoyable, man. Like, I was never the kind of guy to be like, let me go outside and read a book. Bro, recently, it's been hella nice outside. I'm driving my car, I'm like, yo, that spot's looking mad nice. I go park up, I go sit myself in the park, go like a little studious guy, bring my notes, take my little notepad, write in my book, sitting right by the water, shit like this, bro. Look at hella studious, like, who would have thought? But it's all part of the journey of appreciating yourself, because, you know, the old me would have been like, yo, this place is nice, I wish I could bring a girl here. What's the fucking word I'm looking for, man? Damn, I should have a brain for it, but how fucking what's the word I'm looking for, bro? How fucking weird is that though? You know, I can't think of the word top of my head, but how weird is that? You see something you appreciate or you like, but you don't partake in it because you're waiting, or you're waiting to partake in it because you want to experience it with someone else. What, bro? It's like saying you want to go eat your favorite food, but you're waiting to take a girl on that date. Bro, just go to the restaurant by yourself. Go on a dinner date by yourself, with yourself. When you watch that movie, you have no one to go with, so you don't go. Bro, if you truly appreciate your own time and company, why would you not go? But I realize most people don't even appreciate their own company, their own selves, because they don't spend time with themselves. And when they do, they feel all these different issues and stuff like that because you don't know how to cope with it. But once you get through all that BS, you realize things are beautiful, man. Like, I would never thought I was journaling, but like, I have a fucking book dedicated to that shit. And that's like 2 years ago, whatever, would have never expected this, you know? Like, you have to level up eventually. You can't stay in a limited frame of thinking forever. And so that kind of helped me fill that void that I was looking for, the loneliness, because, you know, I really just started to appreciate my own time, my own company. And I find that really strengthens your own relationship with yourself, because then when you do have exterior relationships, which is friendships, whatever, bro, it's so much stronger. Because first of all, you're not dependent on these things. And secondly, it's just two reinforcements of strength and strength, you know? So, of course, there's times where you always feel that fucking feeling of loneliness or whatever, but you have to come back and think, who are you living for? You know, are you looking for a person to make you feel whole? Or are you looking for yourself to make you feel whole? So that's pretty much what the fuck I was thinking about this right now. Fuck, I can't speak right now, but that's really what I was just, you know, was going through my mind. You know, because sometimes I just be going through it, man. I'm like, fuck, I wish I had someone to speak to. I'm like, shit. Sometimes I wish I had someone to go to this restaurant with. Oh, this would be a nice place to go with this girl here or this them there. Oh, I want to go play basketball, but my friend's not there. No one's answering me. Bro, just whatever you feel like doing, just go do it yourself. Learn to appreciate your own company. And you'll appreciate yourself so much more. And everything you do will be 10 times better. But you gotta love yourself, man. You know, like, it's not about loving. Okay, yes, love yourself, but it's more your own company. Like, spend more time with yourself, understand yourself, and then everything you do will just be better. So, yeah, man, stop looking for it's not easy way out, but stop looking for other things to make you feel better about yourself. You know, to feel wholeness or whatever the fuck it is, to fill that void of loneliness, because it's impossible if you're always looking like that. It's like it's conditional. Because now, if you're always looking for friends or whatever it is to make you feel whole, whether it be alcohol, drugs, a girlfriend, sex, whatever it is, man. Once it's taken away from you, how are you gonna function? How are you gonna react? You know, that's the main thing. And one thing we can never take from ourselves, or people can never take from us, is ourselves. Like, unless you're dead, you could be going through the deepest depression. You can be physically locked up in jail. But they can never ever take yourself away from yourself. So that's like what really stood out to me. But it's not so simple, you know. It's not as easy as it sounds, but it's a process. You gotta start. And first start with appreciating yourself, understanding yourself. So do that shit, bitch ass nigga. Like, start understanding yourself, start appreciating yourself. Cause no one's gonna fucking do it for you. And especially if you're trying to, you know, focus on bettering yourself, you're gonna realize along the lines as you get older, no one's gonna appreciate you more than yourself. And especially if you are trying to partake in different things, where it be making new friends, making new relationships. If people see that you don't appreciate yourself, why should they appreciate you? Like, that's just how I see it, man. Love your fucking self, bitch. Stop being a hoe ass nigga and sit alone with yourself. That's pretty much it.